I woke up to the sound of a machine beeping and a sharp ache spreading through my chest. My eyes burned as I tried to open them. Everything felt heavy, like my body didn't belong to me anymore. Hey, you're awake," a voice whispered. I turned my head slowly. Emily was there. My wife. Her face was red and swollen, her eyes wet. She was gripping my hand like she was afraid I might disappear again. "I thought I lost you," she said, her voice shaking. "I prayed every night. I begged God. I promised everything." I swallowed hard. "Emily." She nodded fast. "I'm here. I'm right here." My throat felt tight. "How long?" "You were unconscious for weeks," she said. "They didn't know if you'd wake up." I tried to move, but pain shot through me. I groaned, and she leaned closer. "Don't move," she said quickly. "Please. The doctor said you need rest." I looked at her face. She looked thinner, tired, broken. "You stayed?" I asked. "Of course I stayed," she said, squeezing my hand harder. "Where else would I go?" I closed my eyes for a second. I thought I was dead. She let out a broken laugh that turned into a sob. I thought so too. Tears rolled down her cheeks and landed on the blanket. I wanted to wipe them away, but my arm wouldn't move. "I'm sorry," I whispered. "I'm sorry I scared you." "You didn't scare me," she said. "You shattered me." She pressed my hand against her chest, then slowly moved it down to her stomach. "There's something you need to know," she said softly. I frowned. "What is it?" Her lips trembled. "I'm pregnant." I stared at her. "Pregnant?" She nodded, crying harder now. "We're having a baby." My heart skipped. "A baby?" "Yes," she said. "Yours. Ours." Something warm spread through my chest, pushing the pain away for a moment. "Emily, that's—" "I found out while you were in the hospital," she said. "I wanted to tell you every day, but you wouldn't wake up." I laughed weakly. "So I almost die, and you give me the best news of my life?" She smiled through tears. "You're going to be a father." I stared at the ceiling, trying to breathe. "I can't believe this." "I kept telling the baby about you," she said. "I told them their dad was strong, that he'd come back." I turned my head and looked at her again. "I have something to come back for now." She leaned down and kissed my forehead. "You always did." A doctor walked in, breaking the moment. "Good morning. Looks like our patient finally decided to wake up." Emily wiped her face fast. "He's awake. He's really awake." The doctor smiled at me. "You gave us a scare." "What happened?" I asked. "You were in a serious accident," he said. "Internal injuries. You were lucky." "How long until I'm normal again?" I asked. He hesitated. "Recovery will take time. Months, maybe longer." Emily's grip tightened. "I'll take care of him." The doctor nodded. "Support will matter." After he left, Emily sat back down. "I don't care how long it takes," she said. "I'm not going anywhere." I searched her face. "You promise?" "I swear," she said. "I'll stay. I'll always stay." The door opened again. Daniel stepped inside. "Hey," he said quietly. I smiled weakly. "You came?" "Yeah," he said, not meeting my eyes. "I heard you woke up." Emily stood. "I'll get some water." She walked out, and silence filled the room. "You look rough," Daniel said. "I feel worse," I said. "But I'm alive." "That's what matters," he said, shifting his weight. "Emily told me," I said. "You're going to be an uncle." His face went pale. "Yeah, that's good. You okay?" I asked. "Yeah," he said quickly. "Just tired." He didn't stay long. "I should go," he said. "Rest." After he left, Emily returned. "He seems strange," I said. She shrugged. "Everyone's been stressed." I nodded, pushing the thought away. That night, when the lights dimmed and the room went quiet, Emily rested her head on the bed beside me. "I'm scared," she whispered. "I'll survive," I said. "I promise." She kissed my hand. "For me." "For you," I said. "For our baby." As sleep pulled me under, I believed every word she said. I had no idea my promise was already built on a lie. I came home in a wheelchair. Emily pushed me through the front door like she was carrying something fragile that might shatter if she moved too fast. "Careful," she said. "Watch your leg." "I'm fine," I said, even though I wasn't. She parked me near the couch. "Sit here. Don't move yet." I smiled. "You sound like my nurse." "I have to," she said. "You don't know your limits." She took my jacket, my phone, even my shoes before I could protest. "What do you want to eat?" she asked. "Whatever you're making." "No," she said. "The doctor said low salt." "I'll decide." I laughed. Since when did you become bossy? She didn't laugh back. Since you almost died. That shut me up. The days settled into a routine. Emily decided everything. When I slept, what I ate, where I sat, who visited. You need rest, she kept saying. When I reached for coffee, she took it away. Not good for you. When I tried to stand alone, she snapped. Don't. I told myself it was love. At night, I reached for her in bed. Not tonight, she said, turning away. I'm tired. Tomorrow. I asked. Maybe. Tomorrow never came. When my hand rested on her stomach, she stiffened. Be gentle, she said, pulling my hand away. I was. It feels weird, she said. Her eyes avoided mine. Daniel started visiting more often. He came in, talked fast, laughed too loud, then suddenly checked his phone. Oh, I should go, he said every time I entered the room. Stay, I said once. We haven't talked. He scratched his neck. Another time. Emily walked him out, whispering something I couldn't hear. Why does he leave so fast? I asked later. He's busy, she said. With what? She shrugged. Life. Her answers felt short. Practiced. Mark came by one afternoon with takeout. You look like hell, he said, smiling. Feels worse, I said. He dropped onto the chair. Emily, you running a prison here? She forced a smile. I'm protecting him. I survived, I said. I'm not glass. Mark laughed. Man, if my wife controlled me like this, I'd run. Emily's smile faded. He needs structure. Mark raised his hands. Just joking. When she left the room, Mark leaned closer. You okay? He asked quietly. I think so. You sure? I nodded. Why? He hesitated. Nothing. Say it. He smirked. Get a DNA test. I laughed. You're stupid. He laughed too. Yeah, bad joke. But his eyes didn't match his smile. That night, I couldn't sleep. Emily said she was going to shower. I lay there listening to the water, staring at the ceiling. Her phone buzzed on the nightstand. Once. Twice. Then I heard her voice from the hallway. She was crying. I can't, she whispered. Not yet. I held my breath. He's home now. Silence. No, he doesn't know, she said. He can't know yet. My chest tightened. I'm trying, she whispered. Please. I pushed myself up, pain shooting through me. The bathroom door opened. Emily froze when she saw me. What are you doing up? She asked. Who were you talking to? I asked. She blinked fast. No one. I heard you. She sighed. It was my mom. You were crying. She rubbed her face. Pregnancy hormones. You said he can't know yet, I said. She looked away. I meant the baby's gender. That doesn't make sense. She snapped. Do you want me to cry more? I went quiet. I'm sorry, she said, softer now. I'm just emotional. I nodded. I didn't mean to push. She climbed into bed, turning her back to me. Please trust me, she whispered. I stared at her back. I do, I said. But something inside me didn't. The next morning, she made breakfast without asking what I wanted. You're eating this, she said. I watched her move around the kitchen, careful, controlled. Do you still love me? I asked suddenly. She paused. Why would you ask that? Because you don't look at me the same. She turned, forcing a smile. I'm just tired. From what? Everything, she said. Daniel texted. Emily read it and left the room. Mark texted too. Call me later. I sat there alone, holding a fork I didn't want. I told myself I was imagining things. I told myself love changes. I told myself fear makes people act strange. Believing her felt easier than asking questions. So I chose comfort over truth. And that choice began breaking me. The clinic smelled like disinfectant and cheap coffee. Emily sat beside me, her hand resting on her stomach, her leg bouncing lightly. Relax, she said. It's just a checkup. I am relaxed, I said. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. The doctor rolled the screen toward us. Everything looks healthy. Emily squeezed my hand. See. The doctor tapped the keyboard. Based on the measurements, conception was around mid-February. The room went quiet. Mid-February. I swallowed. February. Yes, the doctor said casually. Give or take a week. Emily laughed too quickly. That sounds right. My ears rang. I was in a hospital bed in February. The doctor kept talking, but his words blurred together. I stared at the date on the screen, replaying calendars in my head. Crash in January. Surgery. ICU. Coma. February was white walls and machines. Not home. Not with her. Any questions? The doctor asked. No, Emily said fast. None. I nodded. We're good. Outside, Emily talked about baby names. What about Oliver? She said. Sure, I said. She smiled. You don't sound excited. I am, I said. Just tired. At home, the date wouldn't leave my head. February. I waited until night. Emily folded laundry. I sat on the bed. Can I ask you something? I said. She didn't look up. Now. Yes. She sighed. Okay. The doctor said February, I said. That doesn't line up. She froze. What do you mean? I was still hospitalized, I said. I wasn't home. She dropped a shirt. Are you accusing me? I'm asking. Her voice rose. After everything? I just want to understand. She laughed sharply. This is insane. Emily, you almost died, she shouted. I sat by your bed every day. I know. And now you think I cheated? I didn't say that. You don't trust me, she said, crying. Say it. I'm confused. She slammed the drawer. The baby is yours. The date. Doctors aren't perfect, she snapped. Stress messes with timing. That's not how. Stop, she screamed. Stop tearing this apart. I stood slowly. I'm not trying to hurt you. You are, she said. You're ruining this. She covered her stomach. Do you want to hurt your child? No, I said quickly. Of course not. Then drop it, she said. Right now. I hesitated. She looked at me like I was a stranger. Do you believe me? I nodded. Yes. Her shoulders relaxed instantly. Good, she said softly. Because I couldn't handle losing you twice. She turned away. I sat there, heart pounding. Later, she fell asleep quickly. I couldn't. I went to the living room to clear my head. Her old phone was in a drawer. The one she said stopped working. I didn't plan to touch it. I did anyway. It turned on. Messages loaded slowly. Most were gone. One thread wasn't. Daniel. My brother. My hands shook as I opened it. I miss you. I feel guilty. We can't do this forever. My chest tightened. I love him. I know. He doesn't know. He can't know. I scrolled, breath shallow. February dates. Late nights. Fear. Love. Regret. I dropped the phone. My ears rang again, louder this time. Daniel. Emily. Together. While I lay broken, I sat on the floor, staring at nothing. Every memory replayed differently now. Her tears. His distance. The control. It all fit. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I felt empty. Then cold. I went back to bed. Emily stirred. You okay? Yes, I said. She reached for me. I didn't pull away. Everything's fine, she whispered. I stared at the ceiling. I love you, she said. I said nothing. Inside, something cracked and hardened at the same time. I understood then. The truth wasn't going to save me. It was going to change me, and I would never beg for it again. I asked Daniel to meet me outside. Not the house. Not a cafe. Not anywhere comfortable. Just the parking lot behind the old grocery store where we used to hang out as kids. He arrived late. Why here? He asked, trying to smile. I didn't return it. Say it. He frowned. Say what? You and Emily, I said. Say it. His face drained of color. He looked around like someone might save him. No one did. It wasn't planned, he said quickly. It just happened. I nodded slowly. While I was unconscious. He swallowed. You don't understand. I understand enough, I said. He ran a hand through his hair. You were gone. She was scared. I was there. I stared at him. I was fighting to live. I know, he said, voice breaking. I hate myself for it. You didn't stop. He shook his head. I couldn't. You chose not to. Silence sat between us. I love her, he whispered. That did it. Not anger. Not rage. Just disgust. You love my wife, I said. She's carrying my child, he said. I didn't mean for it to go that far. But it did. He stepped closer. Please. We're brothers. I took a step back. Not anymore. His eyes filled. Forgive me. I laughed softly. Forgiveness would kill me. He reached out. I raised my hand. Don't touch me. He froze. This ends now, I said. You are nothing to me. You can't just cut me off. I just did. I turned and walked away. My hands were steady. That surprised me. I went home. Emily was in the kitchen. She looked up and smiled. You're back early. Sit down, I said. Her smile faded. What's wrong? I placed the phone on the table. I know, I said. She stared at it. I know about February, I said. I know about Daniel. Her knees gave out. She dropped to the floor, sobbing. I was going to tell you, she cried. When? I asked. She crawled toward me. I was scared. You stayed, I said. You lied. I needed security, she said. I felt guilty leaving you like that. So you stayed to use me. She shook her head. I cared. You cared about yourself. She grabbed my leg. Please don't do this. The baby is his, I said. She nodded, sobbing harder. Yes. You never planned to tell me. She couldn't answer. That was enough. I didn't yell. I didn't break anything. I knelt down to her level. We're done, I said calmly. Her crying stopped. She looked at me like she didn't recognize me. You're scaring me, she whispered. I'm choosing myself, I said. She reached for my hand. I pulled away. You don't get to touch me anymore. She shook. Where will I go? That's not my problem. She screamed then. After everything. I survived, I said. That was everything. I walked out. My chest hurt, but my mind felt clear. At the hospital the next day, Sarah found me sitting alone. She sat beside me without asking. You look like someone who stopped bleeding, she said. I cut out the poison, I replied. She nodded. That hurts at first. I don't feel anything. That comes later. I stared at the floor. I didn't scream. Good, she said. Screaming keeps you stuck. I didn't forgive. You don't owe forgiveness, she said. You owe yourself survival. I exhaled slowly. For the first time, I wasn't begging for love. I was choosing peace. And that choice changed everything. They expected noise. They expected shouting, begging, public collapse. I gave them silence. Emily texted first. Are you okay? I'm worried. Please talk to me. I didn't reply. Daniel tried next. We need to talk. This isn't fair. You can't just disappear. I blocked him. I filed for divorce without telling anyone. The lawyer asked, Do you want to contest? No, I said. Just end it. He raised an eyebrow. That's rare. So is surviving, I said. I packed my clothes while Emily was out. I took nothing we bought together. No photos. No memories. No apologies. I left the key on the table. Sarah met me at a cafe near the hospital. You look calm, she said. I feel empty, I replied. That's better than broken, she said. She didn't ask for details. She never did. How do I stop replaying it? I asked. You don't, she said. You build something louder. Like what? Strength, she said. Routine. Truth. I started therapy. The therapist asked, What do you feel? Controlled, I said. Like I was managed. And now? Quiet, I said. Scary quiet. She nodded. That's space. Use it. I went to the gym with Mark. You sure you're good? He asked. I'm breathing, I said. He laughed softly. That's a start. We lifted in silence. After he said, People are asking. Let them, I said. I told the truth carefully. No insults. No emotions. Just facts. She cheated. It was my brother. The baby isn't mine. People reacted for me. Emily's calls stopped. Her friends stopped smiling at her. Daniel stopped showing up to family dinners. Their world tightened while mine grew still. Sarah noticed the change. You're standing straighter, she said one day. I stopped waiting, I said. For what? For apologies that won't heal me. Emily cornered me outside the apartment. You're telling people lies, she said. I'm telling the truth, I replied. You're destroying me. You did that, I said calmly. She searched my face. Why aren't you angry? Because anger keeps you close, I said. She stepped back like I hit her. Daniel sent an email. I lost everything. I made a mistake. We can fix this. I deleted it. Mark called me that night. You ever think about leaving? He asked. Leaving where? Here, he said. This city. I thought about it. Yes, I said. I might have something, he said. A job. Overseas. When? I asked. Soon, he said. If you want it. I looked around my empty place. I want it, I said. Sarah hugged me when I told her. This isn't running, she said. I know, I said. It's choosing. You'll be okay, she said. I already am. Emily showed up one last time. You're really leaving, she said. Yes. She looked desperate. What about us? There is no us, I said. She cried. You don't even care. I care enough not to pretend. She dropped to the floor. I didn't help her up. I walked away. At the airport, Mark slapped my shoulder. "Different man," he said. "Same man," I replied. "Just awake." I watched the city fade below me. No revenge. No shouting. No closure handed to me. I made my own. Silence didn't mean weakness. It meant control. And for the first time since the accident, I felt powerful again. Emily called me at dawn. I almost didn't answer. I stared at the screen, watching her name vibrate, then pressed accept. "Hello," I said. She broke down immediately. "He left me." I leaned back in my chair. "Who?" "Daniel," she sobbed. "He couldn't handle it." I stayed quiet. "He said he wasn't ready," she continued. "He said the guilt was eating him alive." "I see," I said. She cried harder. "I'm alone." "You're not," I said calmly. "You have your child." "That's not what I meant," she said. "I mean, I don't have you." I didn't answer. "I miss what we had," she whispered. "Before everything." "What we had was a lie," I said. She sniffed. "People look at me like I'm broken." "You're facing consequences," I said. "That's different." She inhaled sharply. "I need you." "No," I said. "You want comfort." "Please," she said. "Just talk to me." "I am talking," I replied. "This is all I can give." She was quiet for a long moment. "I'm sorry," she said. "I never meant to hurt you." "I know," I said. "That doesn't change the damage." She cried softly. "Can you forgive me?" I closed my eyes. "Forgiveness doesn't mean access." "So that's it?" she asked. "Yes." She whispered my name. I hung up. An hour later, Daniel emailed me. Not called. Not showed up. An email. "I lost my job. Everyone hates me. I made a mistake." I stared at the screen. He wrote again. "I miss my brother." I replied once. "We were brothers. That ended when you chose her." He responded fast. "People deserve second chances. Some doors don't close loudly." I typed. "They close forever." He didn't reply. Mark called me that evening. "You hear about them?" he asked. "Yes." "You okay?" "I'm fine," I said. "That's new," he said. I stopped reacting. I said, "Now I choose." He laughed softly. "Proud of you." I sat alone that night, watching the city lights. I didn't feel happy. I didn't feel sad. I felt finished. Emily texted again. "I'm scared." I didn't reply. Daniel tried once more. "Please." I deleted it. Sarah called the next day. "You sound lighter," she said. "I am," I replied. "Any guilt?" "No," I said. "Just clarity." "That's growth," she said. I walked through my apartment, touching nothing. No memories haunted me anymore. Their lives were unraveling. Not because I pushed. Because they built on lies. I didn't celebrate it. I didn't post it. I simply stepped aside and let gravity work. Emily sent one last message. "I wish I could go back." I typed and erased several replies. Finally, I sent one sentence. "So do I. But only to leave sooner." She never wrote again. Daniel disappeared completely. Family gatherings went quiet. Stories spread without my help. Truth traveled faster than anger ever could. I focused on my future. Work. Health. Sleep. I wasn't healing to prove anything. I was healing because I deserved peace. One night, Mark asked, "Do you ever feel like you won?" I thought about it. "I didn't win," I said. "I survived." "That's better," he said. I looked out the window again. No rage burned in my chest. No hunger for revenge. Just calm. Karma didn't need my hands. It did its work without noise. And for the first time, I trusted silence more than closure. The plane lifted off just after midnight. I watched the city shrink through the window, lights fading into something distant and unimportant. Mark sat beside me. "You nervous?" "No," I said. "I feel clear." "That's new," he said. "It's earned," I replied. We landed hours later in a city that didn't know my name. The air felt different. Lighter. At the apartment, Mark dropped his bag. "You sure you want to do this alone?" "I need to," I said. He nodded. "Call me if you need anything." "I won't," I said, smiling. He left. The silence stayed. I unpacked slowly. One suitcase. That was it. No photos. No reminders. No lies. That night, I sat at the small desk near the window and opened a notebook. I didn't write to send anything. I wrote to let go. "Emily," I wrote, then crossed it out. Names didn't matter anymore. I wrote about the hospital bed, the promise, the lie. I wrote about how love blinded me because I wanted to believe. I wrote about how pain reshaped me because I had no choice. I wrote about how silence saved me when words failed. I didn't cry. I didn't hesitate. I finished the last sentence and closed the notebook. I felt lighter. The next morning, I started a routine. Work, gym, cooking my own meals. Simple things. Honest things. At work, my manager asked, "You settling in okay?" "Yes," I said. "You're quiet," he said. "I listen," I replied. He smiled. "That's rare." Mark called that night. "How's freedom?" "Peaceful," I said. "Still no regrets?" "No," I said. "Good," he replied. Sarah emailed once. "Just checking in," she wrote. I replied, "I'm standing on my own now." She answered, "That's all I hoped for." Weeks passed. No messages from Emily. No word from Daniel. I didn't wonder why. I didn't need to. One evening, I stood on the balcony watching the city move without me. I thought about everything I lost. Then I realized what I gained. Clarity. Control. Myself. I remembered lying in that hospital bed, believing love would save me. It didn't. Truth did. I remembered how begging felt. How small it made me. I would never live like that again. A woman at work asked me, "Do you miss home?" I thought for a moment. "I miss who I was before I learned," I said. She nodded. "Growth does that." "Yes," I said. "It does." That night, I burned the notebook. Watched the pages curl and disappear. The past didn't need to follow me. Later, standing alone in my apartment, I spoke out loud. I survived. No one answered. That was enough. I didn't win by destroying them. I didn't win by proving anything. I won by walking away without carrying hate. By choosing honesty over comfort. By choosing silence over noise. By choosing myself. Some stories end with revenge. Mine ended with freedom. And that was the victory they would never understand.